Hello, my name is Mar and I founded an animation and comic studio here in Tokyo. Today I'm working on an animated music video, a romantic one, as you will see very soon. And I have to give some instructions to my team on how to do some animation in betweens, which means that we have, let me show you directly. I have a couple drawings. Let's say we have this drawing and this drawing, and in between those two we have to do more drawings, so then over time it moves more smoothly. However, this is a very special cut because we're improving a cut that was already done and colored, which means that I decided for, in this case, considering many things that I wanted to improve of each cut, and especially this one of the things I will be improving is his face. So I've been doing new keyframes for only his face. So I'll teach the staff that will be in charge of this and to continue my work on how to, so we'll delete the face here and there, and how we'll put it together using Clip Studio Paint. By the way, you can see every time I'm smaller and now I'm gone. You can see I'm working in Clip Studio Paint, EX. But yeah, basically because I do a lot of motions and so on, it's better that they see my face. So I'll do it this way, and now I'll go through it. So, putting my tablet on using a Wacom Intuos Pro Small, which I love. I don't need much more than this. And we'll start to work. So, as I was mentioning, so let me show you a bit of the motion. Let's cut through it. So basically the character is like going up, she gets closer, and he goes down again. Alright, so that was it. So now you see what's going on. And as you see, it's a bit like keep moving, like we're missing the material. It's not smooth, so that's what we're creating, right? And we're having more drawings in between. And the next cut I need to work on is number 48. Okay, here. So what I'll do, so we have the old folder and the new folder. Okay, so in this new folder I'll grab number 48. I'm working on this like workplace. Number 48. Remember, I'm giving now instructions to my staff, so if things get a bit confusing, please excuse me. I mean, worst case, you ask me in the comments. Oh, it's so hot here. Okay. So if I look that way, by the way, it's because there I see what I'm showing you, so I'm making sure that you see what I want you to see while teaching. Okay, so in the layers, we're in 48, and this is the old face, okay? It's not the right in between, so what I will do is I hide the color guidelines because they're not relevant right now. I hide the shadow guidelines, they're not relevant either, they will need updating later. And then I will make a copy of the ink, like it's the line art basically. We call ink the line art. Okay, old is my copy. I'll lower the opacity. Can I do it so you see a bit more what I'm doing? I think you can see it though. Like I made a copy here, I limit alt and I lower the opacity. So we have one with lower opacity and one with total opacity. Let me take out like the onion skin so it's easier to see. So yeah, this is the new one. So the new one will delete the face. I'll just erase the full face from the, oh, how do you call it in English? Like this part of hair connecting to the beard. I don't know. Well, we delete it. See, that's why I like giving tutorials in video, because at least you see if the word doesn't come to me. So we delete it well, so there's no trace of what the face used to look like. I can even take out the old version completely. So basically we'll substitute the face, including the ears and that part of the hair. I also delete this part here. This is like technically like the forehead with a bit of hair behind it, sort of. Also delete it. Rest is easy. So up to the neck. There you go. Lasso. And we delete the face, okay? So the face is gone, right? Now we have the other layer where everything is in lower opacity. And we'll prepare the light table. So actually, let me show you this with full screen. Screen only. Alright, so we'll go to the light table. I have things here, let me delete them. Okay, so we'll put in the common light table for canvas section. We'll put, okay, we're working on 48, right? So from 50, we'll take the ink. From 47, we'll take the ink. I usually put one of them in half color, one of them in monochrome, so they're like 2 shades of blue. I'm going back to 48, that's where we're working on. So how do I position the layers correctly? This is so important. If you don't do this well, everything will look terrible. So in this case, what I'll do is I put the ears, just put the ears where they should be. Okay, here, that's there, and the other one goes down as well. As you see, it's almost matching because it's very close, like we're really getting close to him stopping to move, so it's an easy between. So we did that. Then I will put the cross. This little cross is the anchor from where we rotate the frames. In this case, the face is barely rotating, so as you see, we have like the 3 different blues. There are the different layers. The gray one is the one with the old drawing. That's a reference of where more or less the face should be. Then we'll have a dark blue, this one, and a lighter blue. So my assumption is that to put them better here. So as you see, the gray, it's almost, I feel that this will be difficult to explain because we're really, really close to, it's not like, for example, we have in prior in-betweens, we had like one face was like this and the other one was like completely down, so it was easy. Okay, you have to align them, right? But in this case, Control Z. In this case, they're super close, so I think the lightest color one should go slightly down to match everything, to match the jaw, to match the edge of the face. And the dark blue one, I would feel, it goes slightly up, just a tiny bit. Okay, so we're in the dark blue. No, okay, it was reversed because I'm talking. Okay, so this is the dark blue. No, I think it goes a bit. No, I think it doesn't move. The light blue, which is this one, yes, rotates a bit down to match the edge. Now. Oh, it matches almost perfectly. Okay, we don't have to do much. If this was another in-between, we'll have to maybe like move the, like Control T. We'd have to move like up and down to put them like in the face where the face should, in the place where the face should be. But in this case, that will be done. So what happens now is that we don't need the old anymore. We don't need to see it. We will ink on this new layer. Okay, usually I ink from here, not from the light table, just in case. But we see the light table. We don't have the onion skin activated, and that's where we should be. Oh, this is really close to the... Is this correct? yeah, I'm trying to see if where I position those blues makes sense with animation, right? And maybe it doesn't. I think these both should go, let me see, left and up. He's still positioning himself close to the final place because we still have another in between. So that's my decision because I'm the one doing the keyframes and dictating the movement, deciding where to place it. So before we were basing where the face lands, we were basing it on the all drawing, which is this one. This is a drawing we want to fix, the one that we deleted the face for. And now we say it should be a bit back. I'm not changing the hair and the structure because during the whole movement of getting into place, the head goes a bit bigger because the body moves first. Wait, you cannot see me. So the body moves first and the head follows, right? Which means that the head, like here, was bigger and then gets smaller and then it's bigger again. So that was already well done. What we're changing is just the face. And I believe that's enough to make a substantial improvement for this cut. So now, let's work. Basically, we will be in betweening. Okay, actually, to do the neck, let's do this first. Oh, sorry, yeah. So from the layers, let me show you the full screen. Take out this so I can actually do things and go back to me. So basically it's time to in between. It's quite straightforward. Technically, we're going, should be the 48 means that we should be closer to 47 in terms of frames, but because we're going closer to a stop, actually this is an in-between from 47 to 50, and 49 is an in-between from 48 to 50. So I don't have to worry about, it should be going closer to the lighter blue version or the dark blue version of these light table things, references. Alright, so because I don't want to forget the neck area, I will hide the light table and look at the actual onion layer, and I would suggest that the neck goes close to the green light, but not as close, but not right there yet. Okay, so let's test how this moves. Yeah, so basically as you see here, it's like moving the face, especially because it's getting slower. I should have done this video of one of the prior frames. It would have been more helpful, but this is what we have now. I will not redraw the other ones now, but hopefully this will be helpful for anyone doing in-betweens and trying to stay on character. So, line for the nose. Stay in the middle of everything. See, like this, the middle. Around here, actually. Trying to think about also pretty drawing like this is bolder and then the other part of the nose, you know. Now the line, so this line matches this one, this one, this one, and this in between here. Same in there. Okay, so seeing that the nose connects, we'll do the eyes the last part, and I'll show you, you'll see why. So the most important thing, really. Let's do it later. for the eyebrows, they're not exact match lines, but should be close enough. Okay, the flashy cheeks thingy. Okay, for the eyes, now important, what I will do is do a perfect in between from here and here, and then I need to check that, take out the like stop seeing the light table and see that the eyes make sense as an in-between, see that the eyes are like looking to the same direction, because it's very easy that when you're using this technique and you just use the light table, the eyes start looking like the pupils look like to the center, something like that, and then the next in-between is even worse. So that's very important. Like first I work like, okay, this is the middle to make sure that the movement is smooth, but like is this human okay? Like that's also important. So it's like you have to find that balance. It's very slow when you do it walking around, and much faster without the video. That's also why I'm not doing much streams lately, just to really increase my production times. It's not just the time that I get a bit slower animating, it's also like the focus, like okay, so by that time I need to be home because I said I would be streaming, which means I eat now and I blah blah blah. So it takes out some freedom of the day in general, like okay, do I take a shower today or tomorrow because my hair blah, blah. And I don't put a lot of energy on. I don't think I'm a streamer that takes a lot of energy to make like the stream perfect and lots of updates, like I wish I was, but I'm not the one who's like, okay, updating here and there and there, and then we're streaming and having this event and having everything ready and the colors and okay, saving up and so on. But still, it does take some energy, and usually I never regret because I do like streaming, my work. But right now, this cannot be the priority. The priority is that this animation gets done and it looks awesome. Tricky. So I'm starting to notice that I wanna draw in the between, but it doesn't look that nice. So I'm thinking of the shape of the eye as well, like how these lines connect. Like this and this one, it does not connect because technically this is the eyelash and this is the line actually touching the eye, and the eyelashes don't get out from inside the skin touching your eye, they get out from a bit above there. Anyway, it's how I draw eyes because that's how I understand them. Same for this, I'm thinking about how round they are. Also, one of the in-betweens have like these holes because there's this shiny effect accounted for. Right now I'm drawing as if there's none and we'll have to add it later. So now as an in-between, I forgot the mouth and the ears. So let's do that first. Okay, so mouth. Really try not to get, when it matches so perfectly, I really try not to get outside of it. Ear. Okay, let's use this. Use the curve tool, and it makes my life easier. I usually mix the use of that tool and the G pen. Here's the G pen. I'm just drawing. Oops. Okay, so see this will start connecting in the next frames. Okay. All right. So if I take out this now, and I use the onion layer. Okay, first. Is he looking at the same side? So first this eye, this pupil looks huge. This does not look right. So I'll make it a bit smaller. Okay, like in comparison, it looks huge. It's good that they're both touching the lower part of the eye. If there's one touching and the other not, that looks terrible. It looks like crazy eyes. Well, like just not matching eyes, let's be honest. And if the eyes were matching for the rest of the cat and suddenly they're not, it will look like it's a mistake, basically. Like, of course there's characters with that sort of thing, but that's not him. Okay, so that looks fine. So as we see, the pupil does get bigger for 50, but I don't want it to get too big yet. Is he looking at the same side? Okay, another trick. I will turn the canvas to the other side. I'm using, by the way, so you see the full screen. I'm using this here. It flips the canvas very, very fast. It's just a mirroring image. And I can see how I don't like this eye. This feels too small. This edge. This mirroring technique is really good to notice mistakes. I have a song in my head I cannot take out, and the good thing is it doesn't have lyrics, so I will not sing. But the temptation is there. Okay, now here we have both eyes like slightly touching the edge, and here we have both eyes a bit more over the edge, and here we have like 1/1 out there. So we need to take a decision, and in this case I think it fits for the eye to go down. Okay, important thing, when I was selecting this, I did not rotate. If I rotate, see, it gets pixelated, like smoothened, and we don't want that. We need everything to be super sharp, so then coloring is much easier. Yep. This note is actually, I did it while mirroring, but actually this is the direction of the drawing. Alright, so this was the in-between. Let's see, it moves well from one to the other. Let's play the full thing. Yeah, looks smooth to me, much smoother than how it was. Okay, so let me show you before all these changes I was making. This is how it looked like. Let's look at him. She doesn't change, so let's look at him. See, the eyes change a lot. Now we're missing in-betweens, but yet it feels smoother, his face, right? I hope so. No, it does. So that will be the job. Hope it was great enough, entertaining enough, that you learned things that you wanted to learn. And thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.